Hey, my name is Julio with Keeper's Bookkeeping. I specialize in e-commerce bookkeeping for Shopify stores. In this video, we're going to talk about how to manage your finances if you're a Shopify seller. This is going to be a little tricky because we have multiple transactions flowing in, and that's why we have a tool called A2X. In this video, we're going to talk about what it is and how it helps. It's not going to replace your bookkeeper, but it will help. So let's go. So this is the website for A2X, and what A2X is, it's an accounting software that integrates with platforms like Shopify and automates transactions reconciliation. That means that it gathers your sales fees, taxes, and payouts. So we can see that Shopify would connect to A2X, or Amazon, or Etsy, or eBay connects to A2X, and then A2X would bring this data into QuickBooks or any other accounting software that you use, right? And the important thing to keep in mind about A2X is that it brings in summarized daily totals. You don't need details in QuickBooks. If you want to research details, you can go to Shopify or Amazon. It'll all be there. What A2X does is summarizes the daily totals and it brings that data into QuickBooks. And then you can reconcile that with your deposits. So basically, A2X helps Shopify sellers by bringing in and automating the process, track sales, payments, payouts. It's also mapped into QuickBooks. That's an important thing to keep in mind, that you have to make sure you map the correct accounts to QuickBooks so that when it brings in the data, it puts it in the right account. But that's basically the job of A2X, bringing in data from Shopify into QuickBooks. Why should we use A2X? Well, A2X is good because there's no data dumps. Like I said before, it keeps the details in Shopify and it brings summarized transactions into QuickBooks. This makes it way easier to work with. It makes the process simpler. So here we can see the 4 steps that we need to make so we can connect Shopify to A2X and then A2X into QuickBooks. First, step 1 is, connect into QuickBooks. In this particular store, everything is set up. This is just to see the steps. The step 1 is to connect to QuickBooks or any other accounting software that you have, like Xero or Sage. The second step is to connect to Shopify or any other platform. Then this is the important part. We have to set up the accounts and taxes and then post to reconcile. So this is how you would create a new account. You have to choose the channel you like to connect. In this case, I'm going to choose Shopify. Your A2X account has been created. So we continue to set up. And here I choose the accounting software. In this case, I'm going to choose QuickBooks. If I try to connect to QuickBooks right now, it's going to ask me to connect, but I can skip for now. Then I have to connect to Shopify. So this is where you would have to request access, mainly as a collaborator. Then we have accounts and taxes, step 3. This is pretty much setting up mappings. The way to set it up is pretty much it tells A2X where to send the transactions. So discounts, a transaction for discounts, it would send it to Shopify discounts. And you can choose here where you want to send it. This would be the accounts in QuickBooks. You would have to go through all of this and make sure everything's going to the right account. Once you go through everything and everything looks good, you would save the mappings, and then whenever there's a transaction, it's going to send it to the account that you chose. This is where you see your payouts. As you can see, these are the payouts from August. Now September started, so these have not been posted to. This is posted. This transactions here haven't been posted to QuickBooks. I don't use cost of goods sold in A2X, but there's also an option to do that if you would like. So the way to send transactions into QuickBooks from A2X, it's pretty simple. Pretty much you just choose them, all the ones you want to send, the ones that are ready to post. And what you would do is pretty much post to QuickBooks. Now, this is going to ask you want to post the cost of goods sold or the payouts. And I would choose payouts because that's what I want to post, the payouts into QuickBooks. I just want to emphasize that this transaction is posted. And if I click it by mistake and I send it to QuickBooks, it'll post it twice. So just be careful with that and make sure you're not clicking any payout that's already been sent to QuickBooks. So we can see that now all of these are posted into QuickBooks, all the payouts. And here I can see all the transactions that posted from A2X into QuickBooks. These are all the transactions that have been posted this month. If we go into this payout review, so this would be the detail for that payout, and this will go into each account. See, that's why you have to make sure that you map it correctly. And let's find this transaction in QuickBooks. So this is the account on QuickBooks, $899, $74.90 in sales. So it puts it in sales. $283.60. It also puts it in sales. $283.60 goes to sales. Let's see the Shopify fee. $12.07 goes to Shopify fees. And we can see here $12.07 goes to Shopify fees. So that's what basically A2X does. It brings in data from Shopify into QuickBooks. Now you have to reconcile. That's why a bookkeeper is still needed. You have to reconcile Shopify to QuickBooks. You have to reconcile the clearing accounts. You have to add in here the fees for the payment processors. So there's still things, bank statements, credit card reconciliations. There's still things, and inventory, of course. There's still things that bookkeepers still need to do. So A2X, even though it helps, it doesn't replace a bookkeeper. So that's something that we have to keep in mind. So A2X is a great tool for Shopify sellers and e-commerce accounting. But as you can see also, it doesn't replace a bookkeeper. It's not a substitute for a bookkeeper. There are many things in the Shopify bookkeeping workflow that a bookkeeper is essential for. So A2X plus a specialized bookkeeper would be great to keep your finances in check. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you still have questions regarding the connections or how A2X helps, you can leave your questions in the comment section below. My name is Julio with Keepers Bookkeeping, and I'll be glad to help you out with any of your bookkeeping needs. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.